This is the Aurora by SunPath. It's a wingsuit specific container designed by Jeff Johnston, who wanted to improve the performance for very top tier wingsuit pilots and also the safety for all wingsuit pilots. The first thing you'll notice about the Aurora is that it is very narrow and long compared to a traditional parachute container. One of the advantages of this is it puts the deployment handle very low on the back and puts it in a very good position for wingsuit deployments. There's no need to bend your elbow. The handle just falls right into your hand as you reach back. The main container tray is also different in that it has very dynamic corners. It opens wide open for the specially designed deployment bag. It also comes standard with a extended bridle and a 33-inch pilot chute. Semi-stowless bag, and if you notice that when packed, this bag resembles a reserve deployment bag, and that was by design. The result is cleaner deployments and less likelihood of line twists, which is very important for wingsuit pilots. The orientation is a little different as well, as you flip the bag upside down and the line stows are facing the bottom of the tray. The closing procedure is fairly typical of bottom, top, left, right, but because the bridle comes from the bottom of the container, there's a little bit of a special routing. You'll notice those dynamic corner tabs there. They'll need to be tucked in as you close the left and the right flaps. You'll also notice this huge Spandex pouch on the bottom of the container. This gives enough friction for the pilot chute to stay in place in that large pouch, but also provides enough flexibility to limit hard pulls. There are a lot of people who say that a wingsuit specific container isn't necessary, but they're probably right 95% of the time. For me, the reason I bought the Aurora is for those 5% of the times when things go really wrong. It's all about reducing risk or limiting risk for me, and this container is one more step in limiting risk in wingsuit deployments. I did my first flight course with this container and an Epicene Pro 190 canopy, and about 25 jumps in. Not one off-heading opening yet. I've talked to a lot of really experienced wingsuit pilots, and they all say the same thing, that body position is everything, heading is everything, and as long as you have good body position and good airspeed, that your deployment will be great. And that's right, but I bought this for the times when my body position is inevitably not going to be great, when my airspeed is inevitably not going to be great, when my pull is not going to be perfect. So yeah, this is designed for the top 1% tier competitive wingsuit pilots and increasing their performance, but it's also designed for that bottom 1% of the times when things could use a wingsuit specific container and canopy.